Well, hello again. This is my video update of the tractor. As you can see, I have all the pieces painted. I painted the entire tractor and mounted most things back together. It's about 90% done. Probably the first thing you'll notice is the foot pegs. The foot mounts are there. And I have a trailer hitch on my tractor. Not usually going to be there, it's just going to be the receiver. The bars for my trailer, just to move around in my yard. And as you can see, the battery fits in there nicely. It will have the wires and everything obviously going to it. I have to get those and run the wires. But as you can see, it's not going to go anywhere. Doing anything I plan on doing. The tires, I started, in this one you can see, I started to cut them out, there, and the other side I started better, started a straight line cut. It's going to be all the way through, all the way around the tires, just to give it some traction in the mud. I'm not sure how well it's going to do, hopefully it does. If not, I'll switch them so this side goes this way and this side goes this way. See how that works. If not, I don't know. Try something else. Wanted to show you the new parts that I made and the old parts that were supposed to be there that I had to change. As you can see right now, the stock handlebars are on. The old ones are not bent yet, so I have to bend those and put them on. And there will be the clutch handle and a throttle of some sort. I haven't worked that out yet. The clutch, as I showed you before, will be just the pulley from the motor down to the pulley and a spring clutch to engage the belt and disengage it. You know, this plate here was on the original, from the original motor. It mounted, I don't know, somewhere there, just to hide the belt, and if anything happened then you were protected. I don't plan on putting it back on. It did have a cute door. You can get at the belt and change it still, but I don't plan on putting it back on. Don't need it. Just gonna be in the way. Another thing that I don't plan on putting back on is this tow bar, I guess. It used to be in the center hole here, through the frame. I used to bolt through there. I don't plan on using that one. I do plan on using that hole as probably just a pipe through it. It's going to be out, and a front bumper, an engine guard. As you can see, it's completely open. You smash into stuff. So I need a front bumper push bar. It's going to be bolted there through the hole, and probably going to mount either to there, or I still have to figure out engine mounts from there to there, stop the engine from rocking back and forth. I might do one or two, maybe three, I'm not sure yet. Another thing I wanted to show you, what I had to make, is the foot brake, which is, you see, is nice and big when I sit on it. Big feet, have lots of room to go for the brake pedal. This is the original, which was going to be there, or was there. Back here. As you can see, it's like half the size, so for a big boot there's nothing to go on to hit the brakes. So I made that a lot bigger, easier to use. These diamond plate foot mounts and the mount that I had to make used to be a lot different. First thing you'll see when I get it down is that they used to have side guards, because it used to be used to have blades on the side for cutting, And it used to run off the belts underneath. One's still there. And it mounted with the second mount back here. The second mount would have been here, and the front mount is currently using under there. So it would have been the front mount here, and so it would have had a double stabilizer mount. But I don't need the other pulleys and extra shit hanging down underneath, so we got that mostly cut down. Whether there's almost nothing under there. That one piece I'm going to grab right now. This one here used to be a parking brake. Used to mount somewhere here. And it used to engage the brake. And when you put the brake on, it would automatically set the parking brake. That's what that was. So I don't plan on putting the parking brake back on. I don't need it. I'll just leave it in gear with the engine off. This white National... Oh, where does that go? Come on. Whatever. It used to... will be there again. I'm going to put that back. I just have it off for so I can sand it down and paint it. I'm going to keep the National sticker. And there's this used to be the parking brake. Not going to be there. So I'm going to put that back on, whether I go chain or just leave it as belt for now. Just going to have that back on there. Paint it up, make it look nice. So I don't have a belt running through my legs. This piece, not going to use, was on here, right there, is to engage the blades, or one side of the blades anyway. A couple more random bits. Used to be a hook, when you lift up the blade, and you could hook it on, so it wouldn't fall down, you weren't cutting grass anymore. It's simple and don't need it. Get rid of that. There was a belt guard somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. I think it was the rear blade guard. I don't know. I don't need that. And the old shifter knob. As you can see, I have a nice pretty black one. Painted black with... I used the original grip, but I don't need anything special. It used to be there. So as you can see, when I grab it with my hand, it's going to be a little close. Very tight for comfort. And I do not want to get my hand caught in the tire, especially when they're cut going through mud anywhere. I don't plan on... That'll suck. Just, that'll suck. That's what it used to do. So now the new one, you can see the new one has an extra notch right there. But that's because when I put it into reverse, it has to sit there. The notch is for the transmission there. It just has to go through it a little bit to when it's locked in place, otherwise it'll just sit up and might pop out of gear. It doesn't need it anywhere else, but when it's locked in place, you don't. It'll be great. So that's way farther away from the tire. Much nicer for shifting, which is it's only single speed. And forwards and reverse, it's not very complicated, but nice to have the new one there made. I did paint the seat, just the back and the bottom of it, so just rust proof a little bit. One thing my brother did mention in his video, I will put a link or a quotation or whatever the thingy is to go to his video. He made and commented that I did weld the differential solid, so it does turn both tires at the same time. Kind of can't tell because of that, but it's welded solid straight through the axle, so there's no not one wheel spinning. It will be a lock differential. Is a lock differential, and the other side stays open, so you can pull the hub off, take the wheel off if you need to. and the other side you have to unbolt the transmission and slide the whole shaft out to get that side off now, but that's okay. Everything I made is just bolted on. This was a lot trickier than I wanted it to be, but the just bolts through into a plate, and there's a single bolt there that goes both sides. This one's just a welded nut on the outside. Bolt goes through, and then it locks it into the pin. This side you can kind of tell that the bolt goes into the nut, locks it in place, and that keeps the bolt through the hole in the plate that's actually mounted to the tractor. So that, I know that will never go anywhere, and hopefully I won't have any issues with that. Is there anything I missed? Yes, there is. Right here, there used to be, down here, a dash of some kind. It used to be a key to turn it on and off. Not sure if it worked ever, but, and a throttle, which is pathetic. So I don't plan on using that. I'll have a throttle up here for when I'm romping or whatever, going through stuff, driving around, moving, whatever. I put the old original, what came with the engine on, but I took the key off, all the wires dangling. I'm going to rerun that over to my new dash spot, and it won't be flat up here, it'll probably be angled a little bit. I'll have to play with that, but just put it on so you can see that taking that off again. I was possibly going to use a car ignition system so that I could start the tractor and do everything I needed to. I don't think I'm going to use that one specifically. I have a much smaller, newer one that I'm just going to use this one probably. It'll be a key over, yeah, right there-ish, so I can start it and nobody can steal it. That'll be done shortly. And the stock wires that came with the engine. Obviously too small and too short to run all the way back to the battery. So once I run the new wires, get the clutch done, and have a throttle, or I'll just use the stock throttle and just pull it myself for a few days or whatever. So I get that hooked up, that'll be easy. That's pretty much it for now. You can see the pulley's back on there as well. That's all good. Well, you can see how it lines up anyway with the, whatever that's gonna be. Somewhere there anyway, whatever. You'll see it when I get that done. And should be this weekend, hopefully. I'll have the next video up with this running and maybe able to take it for a new test drive. Those wheels are really small and shitty compared to the back. I have to get my brother's tires. Maybe I'll steal them for that video. Probably not, but it won't let me. But I'll also have it running this weekend, hopefully, and take it out, show you guys. When I get new tires, that'll be another video some other day. That'll be it for now.